You muted.
Yep, just realized that. Thank you, my love. Yes, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Excuse my if y'all can hear my daughter in the background. She's been on one today, y'all. I literally like almost went off on her right before this. So I'm working on my reactions and my responses to her anger and attitude. Okay, that's why I don't want no more girls. No more girls. Okay. But welcome to the Heal Money Movement meet and greet and info session. This event came from really just being obedient to what God is telling me to do. Um, I know that's not her calling me. Sorry, y'all. But this event came from really just being obedient to what God is telling me and what God has shown me about doing business the way that He's designed for my path, for the way that He has for me to do it. Um, and hold on, y'all. This little girl is testing and trying my patience. Happy Friday, y'all. Okay, we made it. We made it through the week. We made it through the day. We are here together tonight. So, for those that are here live, for those that will get the chance to watch the replay, thank you for your continued support. Man, we are literally at the end of the year. I cannot believe that it's already December and Christmas is creeping around the corner. Okay. um, and then it'll be New Year. Like literally, when I say that this year flew by, but when I look back on this year, it's been a roller coaster of a year, but overall, it has definitely been an amazing year where, I've accomplished a lot. I've been able to sustain and maintain my business throughout this entire year. I rebranded this year. I just recently started writing my next book. So a lot has happened this past year. But I am very, very grateful to be here with you tonight and that you took the time to get more information about the Heal Money movement. So welcome. So drop in the chat. Um, Let us know what you do, where you're from, and what you hope to gain from this session today. Of course, you'll have the opportunity to, come off mute and share, or if you're not in a space to do that, feel free to continue to share in the chat. Let me make sure my YouTube is up. All right. I'm going to start with an introduction of who am I? Why am I here? First of all, first and foremost, as I mentioned, like I God has really been doing this biggest one this year with me and for me. To even be hosting this event, um, to be consistently hosting events and showing up and sharing the different things that God has given me has been a phenomenal journey. And it literally probably this shift happened within the past 2 or 3 months. Like I've been showing up internally for my meetup groups, but like externally sharing what I'm doing, having events like this, it's fairly new. So it's definitely been a little bit uncomfortable, but not as uncomfortable had I not continued to show up for the meetup groups. But he's been doing his big one for me this year. So first and foremost, I am a child of Yahuwah. I am known as a golden child, and that's if you want to know more about that, I talk about this story all the time. I've done countless podcast interviews, but a little bit more about that is on my website at jaleesahardy.com. I am the co-organizer for the Mental Wealth Social, um, and the organizer for Single Mom Society, and both of those groups are on meetup.com. I am a survivor and single mom of three. My children are 5, 4, and 2. So if you hear a lot of background noise, that's where it's coming from, in addition to my two nieces that are here that are 2 and 1. So my mom has her hands full right now with all of our kids. I am a global speaker and trauma of money certified professional. I'm a board certified holistic health practitioner, human design expert, Reiki master, and energy healer. I am a publisher, so I do own a publishing company where I support specifically women, but if you're a male and you're like, I want to be supported with self-publishing, feel free to reach out to me. I do provide customized packages for that outside of She's Ready Society, which is my group where I support women with self-publishing. As I mentioned, I'm a self-published author of It's All in Me, My Journey to Freedom and Living Abundantly, and the 30-Day Calm Life Planner. I do have another collaboration book called Healing My Sisters, and all of these are on Amazon. And coming up in the beginning, I'll say the beginning of next year, I will be self-publishing the second edition of It's All in Me. So stay tuned for that. I have a bachelor's degree in biology, general chemistry, and natural health. Guess 3 separate degrees. I'm a poet, singer, and songwriter for the Voices of Survival Choir here in Howard County, Maryland. And I was born in Buffalo, New York, but currently live in Glen Burnie, Maryland. And I am a doula in training. And this is something that I'm super excited about as days go by, as I get deeper into my training, get clearer on who I'm called to serve. Is literally was yesterday or the day before yesterday. I got clear and then I got confirmation about who I'm called to serve in this space. So as far as if you are looking for a doula and you're a melanated mama that is experiencing or navigating a high risk or high stress pregnancy, hit me up. I'm here to support you. All 3 of my pregnancies were high risk and high stress, so I know what that experience is like. So that is one of the reasons why I want to be able to support melanated mamas having that same experience so that they can have a more positive experience than I had. And some of the experiences of the melanated mamas that I had relationships with or, come across, had conversations with about their experiences with high risk and high stress pregnancies. So that's that. But at the end of the day, I am just Jaleesa. And that means that, of course, there's only one me in the entire world. There are other women and people with the name Jaleesa, but there's only one person that has my DNA. I'm the only person that has my fingerprint. I'm the only person that has my human design chart, if you know about human design. So there is a unique position and place that I feel in this world, and the same goes for you. Each of us has a unique position and role to fill in this world that if we are not being and walking in our most authentic selves, there is something missing from this world. And when we can see it from that perspective, we realize and understand that it's so much bigger. Like our lives are so much bigger than just us. And that for me motivates me to continue to show up, to continue to share, to continue to be and really sometimes redefine my most authentic self. Because as I'm growing and learning and experiencing life, I change, I grow, and I evolve. So that's my little spiel about me. Our mission, I talked a little bit about this, but our mission at the Golden Child is to guide you to see and be your most authentic self, uncover and release limiting beliefs, and unleash the Golden Child within. Not only am I the Golden Child, you are the Golden Child as well, knowing and believing that, just like I mentioned, you having that unique role and position to fill in this world, there are gifts, talents, and abilities that only you have in combination with your experiences, with your expertise, with your wisdom and knowledge. And at the end of the day, you are a walking miracle. The fact that you are alive, the fact that you are living and breathing is a miracle. So it's important for you to understand that, believe that, and walk in that. There's a purpose and calling for you to be here. And my desire is for you to be able to unleash that and let the world see. So that is our mission here at the Golden Child. What we offer, we're here to talk about the Healed Money Movement. You'll hear a lot more about that throughout this event. From Manuscript to Masterpiece is our pros and cons of self-publishing guide. It's a free guide that you can get on my website, jaleesahardy.com. She's Ready Society is our membership that I mentioned that is designed to support women who are business owners, who are looking to self-publish, or just really want to build a legacy of wealth with ease and with grace. So that is what She's Ready Society is for. You can get your human design chart that I mentioned as well from my website. You can get that for free. I mentioned my books. The How to Self-Publish with Ease masterclass was something that I hosted live last month. I wasn't quite on YouTube yet, so it didn't get published to YouTube, but it is available on my website for I think it's $22 or it might be $33 because you get the audio and the video version of that in addition to another bonus. It's all in me, our book talk. We have completed 4 of the 6 sessions of this book talk. It has been absolutely amazing. It is on YouTube. It is in a playlist, so you can go back and binge watch all 4. Look, I see Malika clapping because they have been on point. Like the conversation, the feedback, just really understanding what the freedom framework can do for you overall has been absolutely phenomenal. Being able to dive deeper into the book, and it's really what has kind of spurred me into doing another version of the book because I've changed so much, and the freedom framework has even been revised and changed since the publication of this book in 2018. So if you haven't, go back and watch the first 4 sessions. Go get your book. It's on Amazon and it's also on my website. But yeah, that's one that you want to definitely dig into. And then there is the birth year book consultation call. So if you're like, I don't even know where to start, I want to self-publish, but I don't even know where to start, I want to have a conversation with you to see if we're a good fit. If you already have, your manuscript and you're like, I just want to see like what the next steps are, feel free to schedule your birth year book consultation call. And that is pretty much the starting point of, working with me when it comes to self-publishing. Unless you already know She's Ready Society is for you. And then you can start there. So as I mentioned, of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, you know this already. We are in the process of monetizing our YouTube page. We have made strides this past couple of weeks in the progress of this goal, but we still have a very, very, very long way to go. So, we need your help. And of course, the support on YouTube is free. You can go like, subscribe, share, watch videos, comment. All of those things help us to get closer to our goal. And we are at Jaleesa the Golden Child on YouTube. So please support our goal and our mission to monetize our YouTube page. Our upcoming events tonight, we have Freedom Fridays with Jaleesa the Golden Child. I'll be live streaming there as well for our topic of the month. I'll just be doing a quick overview and intro of our topic for the month, which is direction, clarity, and vision for 2025. Who don't need a little bit more of that? Okay, as we prepare for this new year, that's literally, okay, coming around the corner, running, okay? So that will feed into our event on Sunday, which is our By God's Design, Direction, Clarity, and Vision for 2025. And then, as I mentioned, the 5th session, which I can't believe is already the fifth session of the book talk, is December 10th. The Black Woman Journal Social is December 27th, and that is within our group, the Mental Wealth Social. And then inside of Single Mom Society, we have a monthly support social where we come together as single moms to just celebrate each other, encourage each other, vent about our experiences as single moms, and walk away with a sense of support and encouragement and just knowing that we're not alone in this single mom journey. So that is our upcoming events. And now we will get into the content and really the reason why we are here, to really understand what the Heal Money movement is about, what we will be doing inside of this community space, and really get a feel for the vibe, the experiences of what you can expect to receive in this space. So this Bloom self exploration is something that if you've been around me any length of time, I've probably done this, whether in an individual setting to check in or a group setting. But of course, first and foremost, I need it. You might need it too. It's Friday. It might have been a roller coaster of a week, and we just need to pause to take some deep breaths. Before I do that, did anyone have any questions about anything I shared so far? Let me check the chat. Okay, Malika, I'm from New York City. I'm looking to gain more knowledge and guidance on how to heal and improve my finances. I'm eager to learn, grow, and take positive steps forward, and I love to connect with others on a similar journey. Yes, I love that. Community is so important, and that's one of the reasons why it's a part of the Freedom Framework. Okay, so we can get into our grounding breaths. I will guide you to inhale and exhale, but as I always say, take what you need. If you need to inhale a little deeper or a little more shallow, feel free to take what you need. Give your body what it needs, listen to your body, and follow along. And it's really with the intention of inhaling whatever it is that you need in this moment and exhaling anything that no longer serves you. They still came up here. So I definitely need to take some grounding breaths. Okay, you can feel free to, check in with your body in this very moment. Release any tension that you might be holding on to. I tend to hold my tension in my neck and my shoulders and my face. So just relax your body in this moment. And inhale. Release. Inhale. Release. Inhale. Release. Two more. Inhale. Release. With this last breath, make it your deepest breath of the day. And inhale. Release. You can stretch. Do some neck circles if you need to. Stretch your body if you need to. Move around. Just make yourself a little bit more comfortable in this moment so that your spirit, soul, and body is prepared and open to receive what is meant to receive tonight. It is not by happenstance that you are here. It is not by happenstance that you're watching a replay. There's something here for you in this space. You can start to flutter your eyes open if they were closed. All right. And reorient yourself to the room. Take a look around. If you have your water, take a sip. Or it's Friday, it could be your drink of choice. But mine is water for right now. But yeah, I definitely needed that. Definitely needed that. It's always amazing how powerful just taking a pause to take a deep breath, how that can shift things for you in the moment. So if you don't take anything else away from this, remember to breathe. When we get anxious or worried or fearful or just in a space of anger or frustration, our breathing patterns change, whether it becomes faster or we might even stop unintentionally breathing. And the more we can be present and aware of our breath and take the time to just breathe, it makes a huge difference. Girl, this whole week been busy. Yes, I get it. So thank you for taking the time to intentionally breathe with me because I needed it too. All right. So let's get into this Bloom self exploration. This is I've coined it as this. I've changed it around and used it for so many different things. But I call it the Bloom self exploration because we talk about our rose, we talk about our thorn, and we talk about our bud as it pertains to, for today, our journey with money. So, the rose is, what is one thing you're celebrating about your money journey? And you can come off mute if you'd like.
One thing I am celebrating is how, even though my money is not where I would like it to be, however, God keeps it flowing, right? God keeps it coming in, even if it's like $1, $2, $20, $100. I'm just very so appreciative of how the money just flows in. So the one thing I'm celebrating is how it continues to improve, and I put in the work to improve it as well.
Yes, I love it. The more we can acknowledge the abundance and the growth and the improvement of our situation, the more those things continue to happen. And over time, you'll kind of see, like, one thing that I do on a month-to-month basis is a net worth tracker. And although throughout this probably the entire year, my net worth has been a negative, I've seen improvements these past few months by making small shifts and small changes. So I love that, being able to acknowledge, one, God's work in our finances, because that's really he's our source of everything, whether we, for me, being on government assistance or having a business or, those types of things. Like, it doesn't matter where it comes from or who it comes from. Ultimately, it comes from God. He is our ultimate source. So when we can acknowledge that and be aware of that, like, dang, like, every single month, bills getting paid. Sometimes they might be a little late getting paid, but they getting paid, okay? Bills getting paid. Kids got food to eat. Kids got what they need. I eat, I eat too. But it's like just being able to acknowledge the abundance and the awareness of how he continues to provide for us is absolutely amazing. So celebrating that and celebrating you for the awareness of that. So for me, what I'm celebrating about my journey with money is how calm and peaceful I can be when money challenges arise or inconveniences arise or unexpected expenses arise. Like this past week, I went to get just a little, wheel alignment done for my truck. I go in, I sit down, I'm waiting. I even, I'm working on my doula training, did a little meditation while I was there. And I sat there for maybe like an hour. And the guy comes back out and he's like, "We got a problem with your alignment." And I'm like, "Okay, what's up?" He like, "We can't do the wheel alignment until this XYZ is fixed." I don't remember the name of it, but he like, "Yeah, if we do the wheel alignment without doing this additional work, it's gonna be pointless. Your wheel is just gonna get misaligned again." So I'm like, "Okay, how much is it?" He like, "Well, if we do one, we need to do the other. So it's going to be 1,000 some odd dollars. I said, oh, take it down. Just go ahead and just lower it on down. I'm going home. I don't got it. At this very moment, I don't have $1,000 to put on a truck that I barely spent 5,000 for. Okay. So I'm like, and then he's like, well, this is the estimate of all the other work, y'all. All the other work added up to almost $5,000 of work overall. I said, oh, thank you. Thank you so much. But it was like in that moment, I wasn't stressed. I'm like, look, God, you've been getting me back and forth. You've been making a way. My brother-in-law is a mechanic. So now being able to have the inspection done on my truck the way that they did it, I have pictures, I have information, I have the parts that I need. So I can get the work done little by little, and it's not going to cost me $5,000. So without having had that experience and without having the clarity and peace of mind that I had around my finances, around my situation, I wouldn't have been able to see the positive in it. I would have had a major meltdown and just been ready to throw the whole truck away. I did. Okay. I did have my moments. Okay. Where I was ready to throw the whole truck away. But I didn't stay there. Because it was like, you know what? One way or another, it's going to get worked out. It's going to get fixed. He's going to bring me some money to get a new truck or something. Something is going to work out. So for me, being able to have peace around challenges that arise, and that's really where the Heal Money movement came from. And I realized this is something that I've been doing for longer than I even acknowledged or was aware of. Because prior to, it was October when God gave me the vision for the Heal Money movement. And I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning. And Maliki, you probably heard this story before, but I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning to text messages from my bank. Shout out to CQ. For, just asking me if the charges that were done at 1 o'clock in the morning were my charges. And of course, they were not my charges. Whoever it was doing their Christmas shopping early. They were on Temu, they were on Walmart, they were on Shein, just, having it up on my little coin. And I was like, oh, okay. I see what you did there, okay? You preparing yourself early for Christmas, okay? But in that moment, I just knew, I just had a peace that it would work out. And I didn't have a meltdown. And instead, I literally sent Reiki healing energy to the person, and I prayed for them that they would be healed to the point in the place, and that they would receive and be in a place of financial abundance where they wouldn't have to steal from other people. So for me, having that conversation, working with my VA right an hour later, I'm telling her what happened. And I'm telling her, I'm just praying for the person, because anyone who feels like they have to steal from someone is broken. So I'm praying for them to be healed. I'm praying for them to be in a place where they no longer feel like they have to steal from other people. And she was like, she was like, you're such a good person. And I'm like, I guess I never thought about it, but it was just in that moment, I just felt the need to pray for the person. Even though I'll probably never know who it was, I'll probably never meet them, whatever the case may be. But I know the power of prayer. I know the power of Reiki and sending energy healing to people. So in that moment, that was what I was guided to do. And as I processed through the situation, and my VA was just like giving me so much props for, handling the situation the way I did, I realized just how healed I was in my relationship with money. To be able to say, you know what, I'm not going to stress, I'm not going to trip, I'm not going to have a meltdown, I'm not going to cry, I'm not going to throw nothing. Like, I know it's going to be okay. So that for me is what I'm celebrating. And that is why we're here today, even having this conversation about the Heal Money movement, because my desire is to have a world of people with this type of relationship with money, where inconveniences, where challenges, where people go through bankruptcy, people go through divorce, people go through businesses being shut down. The pandemic shut down a lot of people's businesses that were their livelihoods. How did they handle those situations in a moment? Did they have peace? Were they calm, that they have the faith to know that it was going to work out, or did they lose their mind? Some people even commit suicide over financial situations. So my desire is to have a space and a place inside the Heal Money movement for people to come and bring their money challenges, bring their money traumas, bring their money issues, and come to a space and place that is safe for them to heal and move forward in a way that is going to be beneficial for them and the next generation. Because as I mentioned, it's not just about us. Me having a healed relationship with money is going to impact my children in a big way, and their children in a big way. So for me, my desire is to connect with people that desire to heal their relationship with money so that the next generation grows up with healed, happy, and whole relationships with money. So that's what I'm celebrating. So the next thing is our thorn. What is the one thing that's been a challenge recently about your money journey? And I really already shared mine. So go ahead, Malika.
It's these bills. I feel like the bills are the first week, it's the second week, it's the third week, and it's the fourth week. I think the money challenge, I actually had a money challenge today, and I took my doggie to the doctor because her breath has been a little funky, and we took her there, and they're like, well, we have to pull out some of her teeth, and it's going to run you between $700 and $1,600. I'm like, oh, okay. And they're like, but we're gonna schedule her on the 16th of December because it's really bad. And I'm like, okay, right. So I got bills. My phone bill came out today. It was $550. Um, the car insurance, this stuff. I'm like, all right, we're gonna figure this out. So first thing I did was I came in, I sat down at this computer, and I started brainstorming. So I think the bills in general and the unexpected things that just transpire out of the blue, that you just have to be patient. So I wasn't upset. I was just like, okay, we're just gonna figure this out. And I really have to really give thanks to you because, like, coming to see you when I first came to your journaling class, and I'm always going to give you praise every time you give me the floor. I don't care. You have helped me reshape my mind to where it's like, okay, girl, like I've always had that mindset where I'm going to figure things out regardless. But like you just gave me a little pizzazz on it. And it's just like, normally I would have freaked out. Because just last month we had to drop down $900 for the car. And they gave me a discount because of my personality and who I was as a person. I just was really nice about it. They was like, everybody just would have been yelling and screaming. And I was just like, okay, keep the car. We're going to figure it out. Like, so I just want to say thank you. And that's just the bills and the unexpected things that come, like Christmas. I have 2 graduations next year, 2 proms, 2 birthdays in March. And God just has been working on me and working on my finances, and it's been a blessing. And Jaleesa, I just say thank you because all of your workshops that you do, all of your posts, your books, your freebies, everything that you do has just been helping reshape and reform myself and what I want for myself and my family and my wealth and my health and my mental health. So thank you.
Girl, you about to make me cry, okay? Because when I tell you, like, some days it definitely be hard to show up, but I know, like, it's certain people that I know are going to continue to show up and support, and it makes a huge difference to help me to keep going, to help me to keep pushing forward. Like, for me, it's not about the numbers, because y'all probably see, like, oh, the journaling events, it might be 2 or 3 of us in the room, but I'm still going to show up like it's 200 people in the room, because I know that even if it's just one person, it's a reason for them to be here. It's a reason for us to be connected. So I continue to show up because y'all continue to show up for me and continue to encourage and pour into me and remind me that what I'm doing is making a difference, it's making an impact. So I appreciate you, boo. I really, really do. Yeah, I kind of shared my challenge recently with the money journey, but like thinking of it from a not just like the physical perspective of things. Yes, bills, okay. That was one thing a while back, a coach that I was following, she was saying the system is not designed for us to be financially free. Because if you think about it, like you said, you get bills on every month. You get the car note, you get the light bill, you get the mortgage, you get all of these bills, and they all on different days of the month. How many times you get paid in a month? If you're on government assistance, you're only gonna get paid once a month. If you you got a job, you might get paid once a week. But then bills won't come pretty much every single day. You racking up bills every day because you're using electricity. You're using gas. You like every single day you racking up bills. But the way the system is designed, you only getting paid, okay? Max 4 times a month if you working a job. Okay, if you're building a business, it might be a little different. You might not even get paid for the month, okay? If you're working a business, depending on where you're at in your journey. So it's important for us to have spaces and places like this to have these types of discussions to really see, okay, what can I do to match the energy of these bills that's coming in, okay? How can I match the energy of these expenses that's coming in? How can I match my income with that? What can I do to make sure that my energy, my motivation, my frequency, my mindset is matching the energy of these bills so that when the time comes, I'm not stressed about it. I'm not worried about it. I know it's going to get paid. And eventually you get to the place and space financially where it's like, dang, like I'm actually good. I'm good because my expenses, my income is exceeding my expenses. But it takes time to get there. Especially for me realizing that I'm doing it in a different way. I could easily, y'all, all my credentials, degrees, all of that, I could easily go out and get a job. And some days I really be thinking about it.
Me too.
I really be like, look, God, like I heard what you said. I know what you want me to do, but the way these meals are set up and coming in hot, I need the money to come in hot like that too. What we doing with that? Okay.
Let's not forget the kids. Okay.
Girl, my kids, I literally just went to the store 2 days ago to get a gallon of milk. Y'all, a gallon of milk. My kids are 5, 4, and 2. There's this much milk at the bottom of that gallon.
Where did it go? Like, what were you drinking? Why?
Like, I cannot. My daughter, like, well, you just gonna have to go to the store and get some more, baby. Who's still coming to the 11? I don't got it.
Mine's too. Okay, baby. Let me tell you something. They was at the $1.50 pizza stop just a second ago. $5. Go get you a slice. Get you 2 of those. Make it a pie. Do something, baby. I ain't got it.
I'm like, what do you mean? You just gotta go to the store and get some more, ma'am. Ma'am. Like, what do you mean? Like, it just seems so simple to you, and to them, to kids, it really is. And that's where I feel like that's another thing that I want to be able to support people and working on in their relationship with money. Not only that, but really and truly trusting and relying on God as source. Because when you trust in Him and have that childlike faith, you like, just go to the store and get it. Like, they don't even think twice about what it takes to get it. They like, you got it, go to the store and get it. Like, all right, God, my truck need to be fixed. What we gonna do about it? Like, to have that kind of faith and have that kind of trust and belief, like, you know what? It's gonna work out. God got it. I ain't gonna stress. I ain't gonna worry. Like, look, I'm putting in my order. My truck need to be fixed. You got it. Everything belongs to you. You are literally the source of everything that is. You got it. So I don't got to worry about it. I don't got to stress. To have that childlike faith, to know, trust, and believe that everything is always going to be taken care of. That's one of the purposes and the goals for the Heal Money movement, for us all to have that faith, trust, and belief. Like, you know what? God got it. He know what I need. He gonna provide. So yes, the third part of the Bloom exploration is your bud. What decision are you making today for your financial healing? Man, and that question in and of itself is like realizing that I researched the word decide or decision. It means to cut off every other option. When we decide to do something, it's like, you know what, it's going to get done one way or another. I'm deciding that everything else is a dead mission. This is what's going to happen, and this is how it's going to be from this moment forward. So, what is it that you're deciding about your financial healing today?
Well, one is being present in your awesome workshop. I actually am. I have a notebook because I write a lot. So I have a notebook where I'm working on keeping track of the money I spend, the money that's coming in. And then I also went on Coursera and I started a book. What is it? Bookkeeping.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the ways I'm working on it. And I'm working on deactivating a lot of this Netflix, Hulu, all of this, because I don't even watch TV. It's them who watch TV, and I feel like they watch too much TV. They need to read a book. So a lot of things is about to get cut off at the end of December, and people don't know it, so don't tell nobody. But those are the things that I'm working on. I'm working on like lowering things and start working on saving money and also looking into stocks and things of that nature. But most of all, coming to Jaleesa's workshop.
I love it. Thank you so much. So many practical things that we can do for our healing journey, and so many things like you mentioned, like being in community, being in spaces that are going to support our financial healing and not our financial downfall. Because there's so many people, okay, inside our community, outside our community, that really want to see us as a Black woman fail. So for me, it's like being able to provide spaces and healing spaces and places for people to heal in their financial journey, heal in their relationship with money, to know, like, you know what? It's not everybody. Everybody not trying to see you fail financially. Everybody not trying to tear you down when it comes to your goals, your dreams, and your desires. So for me, it's like to hear that, it's like continued reminders and encouragement that I'm right where I need to be. I'm right where I need to be. And the money will continue to flow in, and eventually it will flow in abundance. So that is my decision today, as far as my financial healing journey, to be open to receive more, to be open to be poured into more, to be open to be financially provided for, so that my income exceeds my expenses. And it's not going to require me to overwork. It's not going to require me to burn out. It's not going to require me to people please. It's not going to require me to do too much. The money will flow, and it will be easy, and it will be fun. So that is what I'm deciding today. So that was our Bloom self-exploration. And if you are watching the replay on YouTube, feel free to drop it in the chat still, or you can email me hello@jaleesahardy.com. I would love, love, love to hear your responses to this Bloom self-exploration. So the next thing we are going to do, which I should have pulled it up already, we can actually do our letter to money. And this letter to money it could be where you are in your relationship with money. It can be, but it's really personifying money and speaking to it as if it were a person. And let me check my notes. I got so many events coming up. I don't know if this was the one that I kind of did a different version of this. I've done this letter for years now. I actually had a journal, and every third page was a letter to money in this journal. So it's something that I've been doing for years now. Not 4 years, but 4 years. But it's something that has been so beneficial in me and my healing journey when it comes to money. To be able to see how I've evolved, to be able to see how where are my notes? To be able to see how my relationship with money has evolved, and how I've been able to see certain things in my relationship with money just by writing these letters. And it was actually something when I did my trauma of money certification, it was one of the in-class assignments that we did and discussed writing a letter to money. But I want to make sure, because I know at another one of my events we'll be doing this, but I want to make sure this is the one where we'll be just talking to money as if it were a person from wherever we are in our relationship with money. It can be positive, it can be indifferent, it can be, just expressing your anger or frustration when it comes to where you are financially, or your relationship with money. But let me make sure. But as I mentioned, writing these letters have literally been just a game changer for me. The very first time that I did it, it was definitely uncomfortable because okay, it's just a regular letter to money. Because it's like you never thought about like writing a letter to money or having a conversation with money. So it could be like things that money might have to say to you. It could be questions that you have for money. It can be anything that might come up in a moment, but this is just the opportunity for you to freely flow and talk to money, and however it comes out. So don't overthink it. Just pen to paper, or you can type, or you can do an audio. Because I've done this before where I did like an audio journal or audio message to money. So however feels aligned for you in this moment, I will we're gonna go back to the first slide, and I'm gonna play the music. I'll set a timer for 5 minutes, and then we will come back and discuss. But do you have you said you have your notebook, so you good to go. Let me go back to the first slide and start the music. And then you all can take this time to write your letter to money. And once the time is up, I'll probably drop like 1 minute warning or 30-second warning in the chat as well. All right. Any questions before I start the music?
Nope.
All righty. Let's go. All right, y'all. That was our time. Drop a 1 in the chat if you're done. Okay. All right, really good. Did you want to share your letter or share what came up as you were writing your letter? You don't have to read the whole thing, but if you want to share like different parts of it or how your experience was writing a letter to money, anything.
So I want to say I never ever thought that I would ever be writing a letter to money. Like I've wrote a letter to my past self, my future self, myself now, my parents. Long story short, this was something different and it pulled me out of my comfort zone. First, I was like, I didn't know what to write, but to
Mm-hmm.
sum it up, I was just like, I want to say thank you for trusting me with you. Thank you for being a positive in my life and not being a negative. Thank you for showing up unexpected. Thank you for continuing to show up. And I truly appreciate how you help me and my family and how you support us through all the times that we have. And I will continue to share you with the world due to the fact that not only do you help me, but by you helping me, I can help others. So I'm just very appreciative and thank you.
Yes, I love it. I know, like I said, when I first did it, I was like, what is this? Like, I've all my years of writing, journaling, whatever the case may be, when somebody first brought it to my attention when I first got the journal and I saw it, I'm like, write a letter to money. Like, who does that? But yes, I love that acknowledgement of a lot of people are conditioned to believe that money is evil or rich people are evil or whatever the case may be. And I've had to work through some limiting beliefs around that too, that I was, you hear money is the root of all evil and like different things that is actually misquoted and misinterpreted from the Bible anyway. But that's a whole nother story. But our relationships with money stem from the people around us, whether it was our parents or whoever we grew up around, their relationship with money, how they interacted with it, is how we as children came up with these beliefs or were, conditioned to believe a certain way when it comes to money. That as adults, we have to start to question. We have to start to really dig deep into and uncover those limiting beliefs so that we won't continue to be stuck or continue the cycle of generational lack, of generational money trauma, of generational debt. Like these things that have been passed down to us that we kind of didn't have a choice but to take on, but we do have a choice whether we're going to pass it on to the next generation. We do have a choice to decide, you know what, it stops with me and it stops here. Like I'm not going to continue this cycle of being broke or having a poverty mindset or not having enough. Like it stops here. I'm deciding, going back to that decision, I'm deciding that I'm going to live a life of financial freedom and abundance. I'm deciding that I'm going to live a life where my income consistently exceeds my expenses. I'm deciding that moving forward, that I'm not going to allow debt. I'm not going to allow negative experiences when it comes to finances or unexpected expenses to deter me from my purpose, to deter me or distract me from the things that really, really matter in life. Because that's what it does. Financial challenges literally distract us from our purpose. They distract us from the things that are really truly meant for us to focus on, which are the people around us, which are our relationships. So that is one of the reasons why, despite what I'm going through, financially or otherwise, I continue to show up for y'all. I continue to show up in the spaces and places that I know I'm going to be able to pour into and give, even though in this area or other areas of my life, I might feel like I'm struggling or I might feel like I'm lacking. But at the end of the day, when you really look at how we're created to be the beings that we truly are, we're never lacking in any way, shape, form, or fashion. We're never lacking. That is society's conditioning that has made us believe, or even the enemy's lies that have made us believe that we're lacking in any way, shape, or form. That is why my desire is for us to have the faith, belief, and trust that, you know what, regardless of what my bank account look like or don't look like, I'm provided for, I'm abundant, I'm financially free, I have everything that I need, require, and desire, and more. My expenses will always be paid. My income will always exceed my expenses, even if it don't look like that right now. That's what it looks like to walk by faith and not by sight. That's what it looks like to really and truly be who you were made to be, the infinite being that you were made to be, so that the circumstances that you quote unquote see, which is really an illusion, but that's a whole nother conversation. What we see doesn't distract us, it doesn't deter us, it doesn't keep us in a space of a negative headspace or thinking negatively about our situation. Because when we get to that space, that's when we get stuck. Because the way that our brains are wired, it gets stuck on that. Because the main function of one part of our brain is to keep us safe. And if it can keep us safe from going into debt, or can keep us safe from, the unknown, which is on the other side of, if you've always been in a space of lack or financial challenge, it's unknown for your income to exceed your expenses. It's unknown to have more than you need, require, and desire. It's unknown. So your brain is trying to keep you safe. So the more you can reprogram your brain, the more you can release those limiting beliefs, the more you can step into your true identity of an abundant and wealthy and financially free being. Because that's what you truly are, regardless of what it looks like or what it has been. That's truly what you are. So continue to, when it feels aligned, continue to write letters to money as things come up, as opportunities arise, as situations happen when it comes to where you are financially in your journey with money. Continue to write. And in future events, we will be doing different spin-offs of this letter to money. I think it's by God's design that we might be doing it again, but it'll be a spin-off. But I got so many events. No, that's the Money Manifestation Masterclass. So stay tuned for that. I haven't talked about that yet, but in January, God, literally, when I tell you, when you can sit and be quiet and just listen and block out all the noise, God will literally give you downloads of information and wisdom and knowledge and things that He's calling you to do. That Money Manifestation Masterclass in January, don't miss it. I tell you, don't miss it. Because what he got set up already for that, don't miss it. But we are going to do a tapping meditation, and we kind of touched on this a little bit. But one of the things I realized when it came to my relationship with money, some of the things that I had to work on was healing my inner child. Because from 0 to 7, I was conditioned to believe a certain way and have a certain relationship with money that I've had to rewire, heal, decondition, shift, and change so that I can be where I am today, knowing who I am, knowing how my life is designed to be, knowing the infinite being that I am. It started with doing some of that inner child healing work, because she had certain experiences that made her believe a certain way and made her feel like it was unsafe to have her needs be met. It was unsafe to even ask for help. It was unsafe to receive. It was unsafe to really charge the value for the things that you do or the things that you offer into the world. It was unsafe to ask for more. So doing this work and tapping, EFT, emotional freedom technique, you may or may not have heard of it. I know, Malika, you had, but if you are watching the replay and you've never heard of it, it is a modality that has another thing that has changed my life, that has impacted me in such a way where I could release and heal the parts of me that I didn't even know I needed to heal. So I'm going to stop sharing over here, and I'm going to share on my phone. We're going to do a quick tapping meditation for teaching my inner child their needs matter. And in your relationship with money, it's important for you to know, your inner child to know, that their needs matter. So that when needs come up, you don't feel like, oh, I'm being a burden or I'm being a bother, so I'm not going to act. I'm just going to go do it. I'm just going to go get it done, or I'm just going to hustle and grind it out. I'm not going to ask for help. No, your needs matter. And we are designed for community and support, to depend on each other, to support and encourage each other. We do not have to do it alone. So for this tapping meditation, we're tapping into the understanding and belief that our needs matter. So let me share my screen over here. So that we can do this tapping meditation, and it will show you the different points to tap on, and it will give you the guiding words to say as you tap. And I'm going to start it now.
Tapping on the side of the hand, speaking to your inner child. Repeat after me. Even though you may have learned that your needs don't matter, moving to the eyebrow point, your needs do matter. Side of the eye, you deserve to have your needs met. Under the eye, with kindness and care. Under the nose, it's safe to voice your needs. Under the mouth, and ask for what you want. Collarbone, I will honor your needs moving forward. Under the arm, your needs matter. Top of the head, they always have and always will. Take a gentle breath in and exhale.
And as you can see on this app, there are a bunch more, not just inner child tapping meditations, but there are short ones, long ones, literally pretty much tapping meditations for everything. But that was the one that I wanted to do for this group. And you can, okay. Have you done that one with me before, Malika?
No, but that was really, really good. And once again, sorry, but not sorry. I have to give you your flowers because I was in a group, I think about a week or two ago, and I expressed to them that my mentor told me about tapping meditation. And I showed them what tapping meditation was, and nobody's ever heard of it. And they really liked it.
Yes, I love it. I'm so glad to hear that. Like, every single time, it just reminds me like that we're planting seeds every single day. And we get to, a lot of times we don't get to see the fruit of the seeds that we plant. And a lot of times the seeds that we're planting are for future generations. So it's important to remember, like, you know what? I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna share, I'm gonna give what God gives me to give, and I'm not gonna worry about the outcome. But being able to hear real time, like, I'm making an impact, I'm making a difference, I'm, changing people's lives, it is absolutely amazing. So thank you for sharing that. So this experience here tonight, like as I mentioned, was really to give you a kind of a taste tester to experience what the Healed Money movement is all about, what types of things we're going to be doing in that space to heal our relationship with money, to improve our financial situation, to get to spaces and places where we are able to pass down generational blessings, generational wealth, generational abundance, pass down trust funds, pass down businesses, pass down wealth and financial freedom to the next generation. So this experience here tonight was really just to show you, like, these are just some of the things that we'll be doing. It'll be so much more as it grows, as people join the Healed Money movement. So some of the benefits that you'll gain from it is releasing financial trauma. You'll have the opportunity in a safe space to heal past money wounds and embrace empowered abundance. There are a lot of wealthy people. No, there are a lot of rich people, okay, that are miserable, that don't have healthy relationships, that are in a space and place where they're not their most authentic and best selves. So my desire is for us to be able to build wealth and empower abundance to the space and place where our whole entire being is healed, happy, and abundant. And in a space and place where we're able to grow and empower one another to know and hold each other accountable for those areas where we might be falling short or we might be slacking or lacking. So personalized growth, aligning your goals with your unique energy and purpose using human design. I mentioned I'm a human design expert, so I will be incorporating information around human design so that your journey when it comes to healing your relationship with money is personalized to you, your experience, your design, and your energy type. It'll be a supportive community, again, connecting with like-minded individuals for real-time encouragement, as you can see here. Real-time encouragement, practical tools. I'll be having members lead co-working sessions. I'll be leading co-working sessions where we'll be focused on financial self-care. A lot of times we have the idea to, okay, I need to do my budget or I need to do XYZ, but in co-working spaces, they have been so powerful for me over the years because I'm able to have the energy and motivation to do things in those co-working spaces that I probably would have procrastinated on otherwise. So co-working sessions are definitely powerful. We'll have monthly healing experiences where we'll do some of the things that we did here tonight. And of course, bonuses as things come up, as God gives me things, you'll have access to them just for being a part of the community. And then confidence and freedom. You'll be able to create a sustainable legacy of wealth and joy for yourself and your loved ones. So the link to join is www.jaleesehardy.com/healed money movement. And that is how you're able to join. It is, again, you'll have real-time support and community, monthly money healing experience, community-led self-care, financial self-care co-working sessions, audio trainings. I'll be talking about human design. I'll be doing some energy healing work and really supporting you with shifting your limiting beliefs. And it'll be more tailored to the people that join in the experience that we have together. As a bonus for joining, you will get the Calm Life Planner, which is above my head. You'll get a PDF copy of that planner to really support you in your journey with having a more calm and peaceful experience and journey with money. And then we are creating a HD and money manifestation report, and that'll help you discover your unique financial path. And if you join the yearly membership, as a yearly member, you'll receive 14 days of one-on-one Telegram support with me. You can decide what you want to work on, whether you want to deep dive into your financial goals, your mindset, or your systems around your financial self-care in order to create sustainable wealth. And you might be asking, how much is this? But all of this that's included, I wanted to make it sustainable and I wanted to make it accessible to those that desire to build community, that desire to build their relationship with money. So for the monthly membership, it is $22 a month for now. As things are added, as things shift and change, it might increase. It may not. It might stay at $22 a month forever. But right now it's $22 a month. And then if you do the yearly membership, it's $222. And again, you'll get the bonuses with that. And again, the link to join is jaleesahardy.com/heal money movement. So let me see. Okay. All right. Are there any questions about what I shared here tonight? It could be the exercises, it could be the Heal Money movement, what's included, how to access it, anything like that.
I don't have any questions. I think you summed everything up and explained everything, and everything that you said was very informative and knowledgeable and attainable for us to recognize and understand what you have to offer. And I'm very appreciative. And $22 a month is a good number because some people are doing it for way more. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's what I said. I wanted to make it accessible. I wanted to make it something that people are like, oh, I can do that. Like we literally will go to McDonald's for for half a meal, okay? Because nowadays, going to McDonald's, you're gonna spend $20-some for one meal, okay?
Right.
So I wanted to make it accessible for people to join and say, you know what, I want to do this work. I want to do this not only for me, but for future generations and the people around me. Because the more that you get from it, the more that you talk about it, the more people are gonna be like, what's she doing? Like, what she got going on over there? Let me see what she's doing. So the more you heal, the more you improve your relationship with money, the more people you'll be able to impact, not just with money, but in how you show up in your overall being. So it's not just about your relationship with money, it's about your relationship with you, your relationship with God. So we're going to be working on all of that. But, the main thing is healing our relationship with money. So yes, that is the Healed Money Movement meet and greet. We are right on time. We're going to do some closing breaths, but before we do that, I want you to drop one word in the chat about your experience here tonight. And for me, my one word is grateful. Definitely grateful. But I also wanted to hear, yes, inspirational. So as far as what we talked about here tonight, whether it was a letter to money, whether it was the Bloom experience, whether it was anything else that I said tonight, what do you feel is your next step after this workshop as it pertains to your relationship with money?
My next step is seeing how the money that flows in already is going to either help me pay the $22 a month or the yearly, so that I can stay focused. Because like you said, holding each other accountable, because yes, holding yourself accountable is nice and all, but sometimes you need support. And having the support, especially having it from someone who's actually genuine and not just looking for money, is it's just amazing, because a lot of people just doing things for money. And you're doing it because you really want to help us. And a lot of us really need the help because nobody really knows where to start. And you give us a start. You show us where we can start. You show us that there's nothing wrong, that right now your money is not where you want it to be. And you know my motto. I'm wealthy. My account just ain't hit it yet. So I just want to say, thank you. So I'm over here writing some things down, trying to figure out how I'm going to work some things around, what I'm about to delete, so I can get into this chat.
Yes, I love it. I'm so excited for you. This space for it to continue to grow, for people to continue to hear about it and know, like, This is a space for us to be able to heal and grow together. And it's not, no, it's definitely not, yes, I'm running a business, so I'm not doing everything for free, but it's an exchange. It's an exchange of energy. It's an exchange of value. I'm going to pour in what God gives me into that space, into you all that join. And we will continue to grow and learn together. The shifts that you make, the things that you learn in that space is going to be well worth the $22 a month. Well over, okay? Because even if you just doing a little some money, or just, checking in where you are, doing the Bloom self-exploration, those things are helping you to reset, reprogram, and recondition your mind, so that when things do come up, you're like, oh, I got that. Oh, we could do this. Or, oh, you know what? I'm not even about to trip. Like that peace of mind is invaluable. When I tell you, it is invaluable to be able to say, you know what? I'm not going to trip. I'm not going to have a meltdown. I'm not going to yell. I'm not going to scream. I'm not going to do none of that. I got peace around this situation, even though it looked chaotic on the outside. That is invaluable. But to also have a safe space to come in and vent and say, you know what? This situation is happening right now. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm feeling XYZ. And to have people to come up under you, to hold you up and say, you know what, sis, I got you. That's what this space is for. So it'll definitely be well worth the $22 a month. So I'm excited for you to join. Yes. So we're going to close out. I know money is a very excitable topic. It can get us to a space of heightened everything, like heightened awareness, hypervigilance, just hyperventilating. So I wanted to make sure that, yes, we do the checkout, but we close with some breaths, so that anything that might have come up that might have overexcited us or overwhelmed us, especially right before, it's 8:00 at night here. I don't know, whatever time you're watching it, but I wanted to be intentional with closing out with some breaths, the same way we started these sessions, so that we can release anything that needs to be released and call in anything that we are desiring moving forward. Call in the decisions that we made. Call in the desires that might have been stirred up during this session. Call in the financial freedom and abundance that we're desiring to hit our our bank accounts, as well as our beings. So you can close your eyes, you can leave them open, you can do a soft, gentle gaze. Relax your body, relax your muscles, relax your mind in this moment. You did amazing, amazing work here tonight. Even if you just would have showed up to listen, showing up makes a difference. You could have been anywhere else tonight, or this morning, or this afternoon, whenever you're watching the replay, but you decided, you know what? I'm going to show up for me. And I'm going to get what God has for me to get from this session, from this experience. And for that, I celebrate you. So breathe in, release. Breathe in. Release. Breathe in. Release. Breathe in. Release. Last one. Breathe in slowly. Breathe in. And release. All right. So as always, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for your support. Remember, if nobody told you today, I love you, I see you, and I'm so proud of you just for being you. You are enough, worthy, and valuable just as you are. You have infinite value, infinite worth, and you were born with it. You were born with it just that way. There's nothing, no one, no experience that you had or will have that can take away or add to your value. It is infinite. So remember that as you go forward in your day, your week, your month. Remember that you are enough. All right, y'all. Good night.
Thank you, Jaleesa.
You're welcome, boo. I appreciate you.
I see you in the next session.
Yes, ma'am. See you soon, because I know I got something else soon.